So there is no way to get that information, and there is no build that counters everything. That is a fundamental problem.
Well, I don't think that there's one build that counters everything. I would agree with that statement.
No, I said there isn't one, and there is no way to scout what they're doing within reason. So one of those has to be true, or Zerg is always going to end up with a disadvantage or a coin flip at best.
Nah.
You either have to be able to scout, or you have to be able to defend without scouting. Otherwise, it's a guessing game.
I just don't agree with that statement, and it would take so long to actually go in depth with that.
What is wrong with it?
Well, I mean, it's like saying, this race doesn't have good aggressive potential, and then just stopping.
That's not what I said. I said
Yeah.
Terran has a ton of good aggressive builds, right? Banshees,
sure.
Hellions, any kind of biopressure, Marauder, Hellion, all-ins, you can expand, anything like that. They have a ton of options all across the board, from economic to ridiculously all-in, everything in between. Zerg cannot scout. Marines can prevent Overlord scouting if you are at all careful about it, and it's not a huge investment. You just need 2 or 3 Marines on the perimeter. And wall-ins block any kind of ground scouting. Zerglings, drones can't get in, right?
And what I would argue is that whenever you do see the tech path that they went down...
How do you see that?
Whenever they do their aggressive moves. So, like, let's say a Banshee
after the
comes
attack
out...
is on the way to your base.
Well, let's say a Banshee comes out or something like that, or like the 2 racks of Marine. Once they've gone down that path, I honestly think that the Terran is highly limited upon that reveal occurring. So you can actually...
Highly limited, but if you have to respond after the attack is on the way, you die.
I would need to see the specific replay example to, like... Because it's so easy to say, oh, if the attack's coming, you just don't respond quickly enough and you die. And
That's
just lump it up like
though.
that. And that's... Jeff's now texting.
What? No?
Sean,
this is amazing.
Sean, your brother wants to come back in the call. He says that IdrA is right. should I allow this to happen?
Dude, totally go for it.
All right. We'll bring him back in here.
I mean, basically what I'm saying is that, like, I don't agree that Zerg is just, like, violently underpowered. And I also don't see the usefulness in discussing it.
But
and
we're
going
explaining why. And you're unable to say anything in response to it besides saying that you disagree. So that seems kind of stupid to me.
Well, I just feel like there are areas that haven't been explored yet in terms of, like...
What areas? How are we going to scout? What is our all-purpose defensive build? Because one of those has to be the case. Either you have to be able to know what's happening, or you have to be able to defend it without knowing it's happening. If you can't, then it's going to be a guessing game at best, which is terrible even if it is balanced. If it's going to be 50-50, it's still fucking bad for the game, fucking bad for esports.
I mean, what I would say is that I would have builds and play around with them a lot.
Okay. Give me a few suggestions, because I'm lost.
I don't know, I've never really seen you try Spanishiwa style with, like, the mass queen no
I did it in NASL last week.
Oh, I didn't see it. Have you ever done it on your stream? Because I haven't been watching it.
If you make that many queens early on, it sets you behind if they go economically. You can't tell if they're going economically because you can't scout again.
Well, I mean, that's a style that feels, like, really flexible that, like, I haven't really seen
Very
you
good
explore much.
defensively, but that's just disregarding the fact that they can expand as well.
Nick.
I've been fucking lurking in this little channel for a little bit. I gotta say, actually, it's really interesting to debate. I kind of agree with IdrA, though. I think, like,